All right, let's see if it plays out the way we think for this mid lane here as we hop into game 3 of match 1 of week 4. Got it right that time.
Great job.
Yeah, so we got people in the background saying, don't forget season 2. This is LSS season 2, match 1, game 3 of week 4, and it's coming down to this. To
this.
Wow, all the hype for nothing. We do see the disconnect here for Seraphine, unfortunately, but yeah, let's see here. We're seeing a pretty standard. I guess I'm looking at the mini map here. I don't really know what the look is here for Mingos. We've got most members in the bot side quadrant and nobody in top side, so maybe they're gonna end up looking for something here, but I'm not entirely sure.
Another thing, tries where are the knockups here for the Yasuo? He has to
Just on Braum.
Just on Braum. He has to mostly provide his own knockup. Of course, he'll be looking out for that Braum ultimate, which will be major key, but other than that, he's going to have to create for himself. He needs to gain advantages in this matchup. He took Ignite, Syndra took TP, right? So you got to kill that Syndra. And you have an Elise here. So immobile mage, no cleanse, and you have an Elise, so multiple visits mid. I think mid jungle 2v2 wins this game. It's got to be the name of the game here.
Yeah, and then you kind of just have, so you go for the mid jungle duo to like get you through early game, take control of the rivers, get these dragons, get these scuttles. Maybe look for some, camp stealing, things like that. And then in the meantime, you just have Kaisa, Braum, and Akali just in their lanes, scaling into late. You get a few items on Akali, you get a few items on Kaisa, and those two are extremely powerful.
I would agree. But one more thing to point out here before we get into some action. The rate that Graves can outfarm Elise is major.
Yes,
so if Elise, let's say, invests in 2 ganks mid and 1 top with play
she could be doubled in farm.
She could easily get gapped in farm, yeah. So Graves is looking for that Elise pathing mistake. Elise is looking for probably Syndra's head. All right, there's no way they're stacking for a late invade here, Try. Are they going to walk in at 120 and nope?
No, I think they're just defending.
Yeah,
waiting for Graves to get back. He pulled the nice ward top side, TP, grab, scanner, and then make my way back to my camp. I haven't really paid close enough attention to see if we're seeing most teams do that. We see Mingos here not opting to go for the back scanner.
There's an E start from Yasuo here.
I think that's pretty standard.
Aggressive.
Lets you get a couple of those nice little trades off. Dash through some minions. You get the charge up on it, an auto or two, dash through, and then, back through your wave. And that's a pretty good chunk at level 1.
Nice movement from Zulfer here. Getting warmed up, ready to go. Tristana kind of pushes by default due to her passive. When she executes a minion, when she kills a minion, they blow up, kill the minions around them. And because of that AoE damage, it's really hard to not push on Tristana. You're basically always shoving with that champion, which means Kaisa, Braum, there's no pressure on them to... here's the all-in try you're talking about. A couple autos on the bombs, getting ready to bop. Some decent damage.
Yeah, so that's a level 2 engage and just half healthing Kaisa there.
But Kaisa and Braum had the lane where they wanted.
What is this roam? I didn't even see Yasuo down here. That is an aggressive play to look for something that early, giving up the pressure in your lane. Maybe he just doesn't want to walk up after shoving the mid wave into the Syndra.
Yeah, he had a move timer, but if you move like that, in top lane, if you make that same move, you can lose up to 3 minions for that. As we see the 2v2 erupt again. Braum going low. Tristana jumping in, but not quite under tower range. And we have Kaisa looking to return with auto attacks, but is kept in check by Seraphine. And the 2v2 trade going over to McMaster University as they still had push. I don't think you fight into that lane. You just let the wave come to you.
No,
Tristana cannot bounce and freeze on you. So you just take the perma push. Here's the volley with all in under turret. Oh my goodness, that Akali is gone.
I'm gonna say it right now. How do you let that volley bear get through pick ban after the last game? And what do you know? This man gets first blood on a level 4 tower dive and gets away scot-free. No flash. Didn't you? I mean, and now he's TPing. Okay, no. That's the Akali TP.
Yeah, I don't know. Try just surprising amount of bursts. He has the Doran's Blade. He has press the attack. A Cocoon lands. That needed to happen. There's Venerated's Flash. I think they disengage this for now as Graves is shown up. He will probably look. This isn't over because Syndra needs actually her wave to reset. But wait,
but now it's over.
McMaster coming in. Tristana jumps in, drops the bomb down, and now it's a 4v2 in the mid lane.
4v3 now.
Braum doesn't do much here. Kai'Sa's still in lane. And Venerated actually healed up with that Corrupting Pot a bit. But that's Syndra Flash 9 minutes try. You know their time in that. That is the most important thing about this game is that Syndra does not have Flash. Akali opting to trade in a volley. Here's another jump from Jaeger on Tristana. Graves is here to support it. No Flash on Braum, and he will drop. And yeah, no Flash on Braum from earlier just means that you don't really need that Uber setup. You could just kind of walk in with Graves and...
Oh, man. He does have Flash.
Nice W. Nice Shroud there to react to the Flash, meaning that Volley Flash is for free.
Yeah,
small win.
Really well played.
Small win for Nathaniel Lanier, and he takes those.
Oh, yeah.
He takes that free Flash.
That's a great play. Getting the Shroud down, I mean, that was kind of like that first dive that he died to. Volley Bear not having a Flash feels really bad because, you know, like, to die to a dive that early where the enemy laner doesn't have to use any summoners to get that from you feels terrible. So to steal that Flash away from him there and survive feels real nice.
Was it? I think I made a mistake, chat. That was maybe Flash for Flash. But still, trading when you're behind.
No, it's Flash for
yeah,
if he didn't
still good.
If he didn't get the Shroud there, he dies. Yeah. And then it's like you wasted Flash and died anyway.
Right, okay. And now we see the wave coming back to the Tristana lane who has Pickaxe versus Longsword. A bit of a damage advantage, as well as Seraphine has that nice Moonstone component. So we're going to see our first Moonstone of the day, I think, unless she goes Imperial. But I think she'll go Moonstone. And now the question is, will Tristana and Seraphine try and hold this wave and zone? Or will the passive of Tristana really just blow the minions up and make that like not even a possibility?
I don't think it's going to be much of a possibility. It's really, really hard to...
All right, it's hard for me. You can't gank this Valley here. Do not. This is a bad play because it's into his 6. Okay, Akali gets her 6, but Graves is already on the way, and they win this. As soon as Volley Bear ults, he will have a ton of HP, and Graves should be able to turn that.
Hello? Director tool? So we do know nothing happening in the top lane off that play.
Yeah. At least the members of Mingos don't drop there because the gank looked really sus to begin with. And we see, I think the Tristana passive means that they can't hold the wave ever. They have to push back into Mingos here, which means Kai'Sa and Braum never even have to trade. They never have to trade try. All they have to do is soak minions. But Braum with the death already because of the early trading, getting surprise, and blowing Flash early. Because this wave is, as we can see, is stacking towards Mingos. They just need to be patient here.
Yeah, Volley Bear just playing really aggressive. He wants to take any trade he can get, and that damage just blows my mind. What is that?
Yeah, really late Shroud. I think you need to Shroud his Q, right? If he's running at you like in bear stance, ready to slap you, you just drop the Shroud and accept your losses. I know the Q cooldown for Volley is lower than the Shroud cooldown, but if he lands that Q, it guarantees his combo, and you just can't deal with that over too many times.
Yeah, it does massive damage, so you got to be careful.
Braum, remember he was in this situation, was it game 1 or 2, and actually dropped because of a Graves right around the corner. I think it was last game.
Oh, this Tristana's going to do big damage here. Braum shield protects him a lot from that. I didn't realize who it was on there when she threw the bomb for a second.
Elise is here, and it is 8:30. Okay, there you go. Using the E to avoid, that's really good too. Another option Akali has. Syndra's flash is up and it went unpunished try, so lack of punish on the investment that they made to get the Syndra flash earlier in the game. They could not find an angle, but I will give credit to Yasuo. His farm numbers look really nice, and Elise is actually not doing too bad herself. I would have expected possibly a larger advantage for Graves by now, but Elise is doing just fine. Slow start for Mingos here, but they have explosive champions. When we get in these skirmish situations, they have the possibility of making some great plays and getting themselves in the game.
Yeah, I'm worried. This matchup in the bot lane, I feel like is so volatile.
Here's the all in. Kaisa, or I'm sorry, Akali will the cocoon will land. That's the burst. Here's the ulti, but he will go down. Nathaniel land here. We'll take that kill. Seraphine ult will miss in the bot lane. A bit of a scuffle here. But we got to talk about how the volley has already died.
Yeah, that's a good sign for Mingos. They don't want to let that volley bear get out of control. So that's a good start for them here. What I was trying to say before was, I think this bot lane matchup is so volatile. Like at any moment, if you get hit with Seraphine's setup, this Tristana is just going to do explosive damage. And we see another trade up here. Will Sekiro be able to pick up this kill on Akali?
Red buff.
If he has ulti right here, boom, and there he goes. Sekiro picking up Nathaniel for a nice kill.
And that wave is really nice for Volley when he gets back. I think Nathaniel was greeting to reset, right? Like you get the kill, but you get the kill at what cost? Well, yeah. You also want to reset your wave. Okay, are you doing too many things at once now? Are you greeting? Where is Graves? And a great punish here. Pick up from Sekiro, who has had himself a really nice series as well.
Yeah, he has. We've seen him have some really amazing games earlier in the season as well. I think Sekiro has done a great job of showing himself to be a very prominent player as the jungler for McMaster University, and
yeah, I agree.
You know, he has a lot of impact in a lot of the games that we've seen them play so far.
This is a great jungle matchup series to watch, I think, too, as we see them scuffling in the river here. And is it a Drake in 2 minutes kind of situation? Mid push here. What's the play? Elise keeping up in farm, doing just well. I don't know how to do that. Like if I'm Elise against that Graves, I'm down like 40 farm because it takes me so long to clear anything.
The clear gets a lot better. Early, like your first clear could be really, really rough, but once you get some AP items going.
Oh, the Tristana with the jump in, the Braum shield tanking a ton.
He's
gonna look for an ulti. He completely whiffs the ulti here. And now it's a 3v3 with a TP coming in. Tristana tries to execute with the ulti. That won't hit. Another TP respawn will actually get canceled.
And surprise, here's Volleybear.
And now it's Mingos under turret here. A bit of pressure. Cocoon will land on Tristana. That's a nice chunk there. Repel to get yourself out. Braum and Elise very low. Kaisa with a bit of HP to work with. That forces shield out. Braum is going to need to scatter away along with Elise. Yasuo will look at the plates and he will hit the ulti. He takes it. The Ignite comes down, but he flashes out. He knows that if he took one more tower shot, he would not have killed. He went for the quick assassination. Here's the dive coming from Sekiro. Drops the smoke screen. Wait a second. The Kaisa burst hits. She dodges the Seraphine ulti. Can Kaisa 1v2 here? She has a minion wave.
She's going down.
The exhaust, the Tristana jump. That's a lot of damage. And KVB on the Seraphine cleaning up. Meanwhile, Venerated going toe-to-toe with Zulfer will get the kill in the 1v1 in the mid lane.
That was an action-packed minute and a half there. We just concentrating in the bot lane and the top lane, and then plays out to be a dive. Oh, I don't know about that, buddy.
Akali has nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. She has R2. But Volley has R and W. He just eats her.
Man,
Too many mistakes made there for Akali in the 1v1.
Taking the E back into your Shroud, I think, was a big, big misplay. You need to take that quick little bit of a trade you got and then just back off.
Well, you know, she used her R to even get away from Volley. Like, Volley got Shroud for free, essentially. It was standing out, waiting outside of it. She used R1 to get away and then E. And knew she had R2 to get out if she went back in with E, but it was just...
It wasn't enough to get out with his ulti gap close on her.
Nice cocoon.
Elise.
He can't respond because he was under turret, but
Oh, what is this champion?
you're getting a lesson on top lane 101. When they reworked this guy, this was all we saw.
Oh my god, if you guys could see me just flopping out of my chair right now. I just can't believe this Volibear is doing it again. Looks like such a good opportunity for Elise. Hits him with a combo, but what do you know? He turns around, low HP, just completely destroys her health bar and picks up another kill. Now 3-1 with a 200 gold bounty. Are we going to see the volley pop off again?
Well, I don't know. Can volley even pop off?
Dude, I don't know either.
We see an aggressive look for red here by McMaster. A beautiful setup here from Syndra with the scatter the weak, but there's no follow-up quite yet. No one wanting to jump in that far. We have Drake has just been taken. That's number 2 from McMaster. They are comfortable enough to even take red buff and get out of there. Now we see the farm gap from the Elise and the Graves. It took a couple mistakes from Adam Suki here in Sekiro. With the tempo, with the team advantage, can get himself around a 30 farm lead. And I think this lead grows over time as we see he can just walk from camp to camp,
Yeah,
how
it really
Graves
is. The leads are climbing on both teams here. We're seeing a bit of a gap starting to appear between top, mid, or top, jungle, and ADC for McMaster here. And Volibear, again, he's under towers. He doesn't care. He's 2 levels up here. I think this is going to be a dive and a kill for Volibear. Maybe he can wait out for Sekiro to come around. They could dive 2v1. Akali, smart enough to recognize, okay, I'm in danger zone. I need to get out of here. Let him take what he can because I don't want to give up any more kills to Volley.
Yeah, smart not to give Volley kills, right? But she is down a ton of farm from this repeated trading with him. You just can't let the Volley land his E.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, I thought that stun was going to set up some... Oh, yeah, she's in trouble.
He's going to ulti. Scatter the Weak is going to be up soon. If he lands that, it could be lethal, I think. Kai'Sa has heal, but no flash.
The team is closing in, though, so Venerated just getting out here. He's lacking just a little bit damage for that one shot. Once he finishes his... I'm assuming it's going to be a Ludens. Once he finishes the Ludens and he starts to get into maybe his second item, that is definitely going to be a kill on Kai'Sa.
Adam Suki hits Cocoon, but it's KVB that answers with the Seraphine ult. Now Sekiro is super deep. He gets knocked off Yasuo, and he will be slain by the Akali. They do take mid turret, but Graves possibly deep. It seemed like it was going to be a shutdown. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But trading his life there on that mid lane turret play. Good heads up play by Zulfer.
So there is that gap starting to grow in the jungle, but maybe this gives him a little bit of a chance to catch up some of the CS while Graves is dead. Dragon is up in 2 minutes. It's going to be an Infernal Drake. I think Mingos want to start trying to look for these dragons here. With the way that McMaster is already kind of scaling into this game, we've got 3-1 on the volley, 1-0 Syndra, 1-0 Tristana. Don't let them get all these dragons. You're going to be in big, big trouble if it comes down to that you have to fight over Soul Point again. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I could not agree more. We see Riftmaker, all mythics now on the board for Mingo. So when you're behind and the enemy is completing their mythics and you can't yet, that's a different kind of behind than when you finally get yours and they have components for number 2. Yes, you're behind, but the Riftmaker on Akali could, transform her champion. We see the Yasuo has completed his Immortal Shield Bow. That can make a big difference. Gale Force coming in for Kai'Sa. So maybe this is the Drake you got to fight for. The third one here that we always talk about, the Soul Point Drake. If McMasters gets this, they're just sitting too pretty. And yeah, I think it should be contested, but it's a tall order for Mingos.
Yes, it definitely is. They are behind only about 5k gold, though, so it's definitely one of those games still turnable on one fight. Like
You believe, Try?
I believe.
You believe in the
You know
Mingos dream?
You know what we're seeing it again here. Look at these blue buffs. What's up with that?
Oh, yeah. It's because water's blue. Remember?
That's not why.
That's not why?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've noticed it last week as well as this week. The buffs have like this weird I don't know
Buggy.
why. Yeah,
Spectator
spectator
is,
mode bugging
yeah,
a little bit.
it's always bugging. And I don't know if I should say this, Try, but I was looking forward to the Mingos interview.
Oh yeah, yeah. The rest of the team just remembered. They all went ooh.
You know, and they were working hard for their game one. They need to turn it around so we can hear that. See, the ulti will come down. The Yasuo is taking the heads-up fight against the volley. He will miss. Oh, he flashes right onto a tornado. Yasuo is surviving. He finds a wave. He finds Cinder, but can he heal through this? The shield bow will get popped. That's a lot of healing.
Oh,
he is out skipping around. He's swerving. The healing is crazy, but he finally goes down. And that was Zulfer showing you the power of
But here's the rest of the team.
Flash Seraphine ulti gets 2. And that is all you need. 2 for 0. Beautiful shot by KVB. Scatter the weak lands. And that's enough for Chandler Clark to head back home as well.
That's a 4 for 1. And let's take another look at this big Seraphine ult to turn this fight. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the heroics of Zulfer here. This is a nice situation. He had a minion wave to play with, a couple low members to bounce around from, but just not enough follow-up from his team. Stats too big. Scatter the weak goes wide, but watch KVB. The flash, 2-man charm. Just seals the deal here. It means McMaster's University will take that third Drake, put themselves on point. And I think it's a matter of closing out again for McMaster University.
I think so. They're now up 9 kills, almost 10k gold, and picking up the Infernal Drake like you said, and they're in trouble. Oh, this Akali is greedy for some kills, but boom, surprise, Volleybear's there, and you're dead.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself, Try. Elise will open up on KVB, but just can't find the execute damage. Is forced to walk away, but Jaeger will pick that one up.
That's
this
definitely
going to
be
a sloppy. Volley is just in every bush.
Yeah.
Okay, which Chef Shamansi, that his presence on Volleybear is just crazy.
This man is a monster. They are now close. This gap is too big. It's going to be really, really difficult to close this. I think they should be looking for Baron here. I don't know about you. I mean, maybe it's too early to be looking for that, but they could fight it, I think.
A couple of jumping jacks here from Volleybear right outside of base gates. And it's a Baron start for McMaster. No reason not to. I don't even think it's a check, let alone a contest. They use this. They Baron power play. They go take themselves an Infernal Soul. All is good. If you are Mingos here, what do you need? You need a 5-man Braum ultimate.
I don't even know if a 5-man Braum ultimate can do it, to be honest.
Into a Yasuo, right?
Is it? Is that enough?
Is it into Yasuo? Oh, is that enough?
So Yasuo here just finishing his shield bow, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever that is.
He's had that. He's kind of stuck in between 2 and 3 items.
That's what I'm saying.
He
like,
might have some gold on him.
He doesn't have the damage. You get a big Braum ulti, you get that ulti off. It's not going to be enough to kill anybody, I feel like, and then you're going to be in the middle of their team. Volleybear's going to eat you. Like,
okay, I know then. They need McMaster to dive Fountain.
Yes. That would definitely work. I think they need a long dragon, so they need the Braum Yasuo ulti to set up with the sacrifice of Yasuo's life, and then a long fight for Kaisa to, to kind of like have this sustained damage to take them down. But
yeah,
the Volleybear is already so huge. Look at this man. He doesn't care.
Going in 1v3. Not a care in the world. Seraphine ulti will get blocked by Windwall. That's pretty big, but the Volleybear going in. That's a big Yasuo ulti. Is this it? Is this it? Chandler Clark is firing off in the back line, but the Volleybear doesn't die. It's round 2 with this guy, and he's just eating everybody, even when it looks decent.
So we got 20-second on Elise here and 30 seconds on the rest of the members. Is this going to be game already? They do have Baron. It's going to be the closeout. There's no way Elise can stop the Volleybear and Tristana and Graves from taking out these 2 towers. There's just no way.
I think that's the series point here. The curtain call, the closeout, the last turret here. Is it defendable? The Kakuma land, that's a pretty good start. I think they can stick around though, but do they play cautious? They're hesitant, right?
Okay, it's not game, but we have open Nexus here. So, I think It would have to be a miracle run for Mingos to take this game somehow with an open base like that. They would really have to pull out some spectacular, wild stuff that I've never seen before
Yeah.
to win this game.
Have to agree here for McMaster. They obviously have all the options, all the way from playing for Drake Soul to just killing Nexus. It's just up to what they decide to do. And we see items coming in. It's just 3 items on the major members, almost 3 for the Tristana Syndra. They might, you know, farm up the item number 3 and look to close here. Yasuo finally completing Infinity Edge, probably a bit too late.
Yeah, man, like you said, like that Yasuo ult was huge. It just wasn't enough. Maybe if he was 3 items, it would have been a different story. But Kaisa going down here, getting caught out. Not sure why she's that far out alone. That is just not where you want to be right now at this point in the game. And that is just going to be the first step to how McMaster is going to close this game out with this push here.
Volibear, they open up on him. It's really, he's like laughing. Seraphine ulti gets blocked by a wind wall. That's pretty good. But we'll see. They tried to pick up Jaeger. The Akali damage could almost get 1. And that's going to be it. Try a couple cleanup efforts here. The Volibear, he might even BM this. As we see the finishing touches are being
we got
put
a
on
little
this
bit of a
game
freeze here, but let's hope we see the closeout for this game. I'm trying to see Volibear.